The Cannabis Show is for information only. Nothing contained in the show is intended to constitute professional advice for medical diagnosis or treatment. We do not claim this information to be complete or exhaustive or to be applicable to any particular individual's medical condition. You should always consult with a qualified and licensed physician or other medical care provider.
Hi, and welcome to the Cannabis Show. Today we're going to find out about a terpene that can actually suppress your appetite. We'll find out more of Terp Talk. Also, you can ask us anything, and we'll be speaking with the legendary Tommy Chong. You can never go wrong with wanting to feel happy, and this strain will make you feel like a Girl Guide skipping down the road making a bundle of cash from cookie sales. Funny enough, the name of this particular strain is Girl Scout Cookies. A hybrid out of California, the Girl Scout Cookies strain is recommended for anyone with severe pain and tummy troubles. High in THC, this strain has won the Cannabis Cup many times, as the effects will put you in a full euphoric headspace while your body relaxes. Fans of the strain should take note that a name change could happen in the future, as a lawsuit is underway to change the name of the Girl Scout cookies. Bud geniuses recommend this strain for daytime use, and it can really help with depression.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, pretty tasty.
Yeah, parents, OG Kush, and a Durban Poison hybrid.
Right, so when we're talking smells, we're more on the sort of earthy, pungent-y, I like to almost use the word rotty, if you will. It doesn't smell like a dog, but you know what I mean, I think.
Totally, and you know, lots of people are talking about these days strains that are rich in THCV because they want that appetite suppression, right? Yeah. So, you know, Girl Scout Cookies, one parent is a Durban Poison hybrid strain, always rich in THCV.
Yeah.
You know, Girl Scout Cookies, I think it's got a good amount of that Humulene in there, so another appetite suppressor.
Yeah, good for stress relief too.
It just melts it away.
Yeah. What I like about it as well is, like, when you mention the THCV, the name Girl Scout Cookies is just funny. You know, it's all Girl Scout Cookies, yet it's an appetite suppressor. You know? I like that. There's a few different phenotypes in and around, but for the most part, I think we just get the regular cut with Canadian LPs.
Yeah, it's a beaut.
Yeah, nice.
If you want to ingest your medicine, but oils and flowers don't appeal to you, consider making your own capsules. I failed home ec and I had no problem with it. The Quebec LP Hydropothecary has activated, finely ground flowers that you can make capsules with. The empty capsules and the capsule maker come free of charge with your order. You're looking for the decarbed milled product.
Hi, welcome to Terp Talk. I'm Chris, and with me I have Basil. He's a bud genius with Natural Health Services. And today, the terpene that we're speaking about is Humulene.
Humulene, yeah. It's the terpene that's found in common hops most often.
So like even beer hops?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So what does Humulene do for a patient?
Yeah, a great thing to know about Humulene is that it is, it's related to caryophyllene, which is another of the terpenes that we've talked about. Great thing about caryophyllene and Humulene are that they're anti-inflammatory. And they are also, they show anti-cancer properties.
Oh, excellent. So like people who are fighting cancer, they might want to get something with a heavier dose.
That's right, yeah, of Humulene. That's one of the greater effects of this terpene.
Now, to get the effect of Humulene when you're vaping, is there a certain temperature it should be at?
Right, Humulene is going to start to boil off right around 388 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's just going to boil off a little bit more effectively at higher temperatures.
Now, I do recall, I think I heard somewhere that Humulene really helps with appetite suppressing as well.
That's right, and it's something a lot of people are talking about right now, is being able to actually use cannabis to suppress your appetite as opposed to, you know, gain munchies.
Yeah, well, popping out of the shirt, I think I need something like that too.
So it's kind of similar to, a lot of people are looking for a cannabinoid called THCV because it displays appetite suppressing properties, but Humulene does that as well.
So Humulene, again, a quick rundown, what's it good for?
Yeah, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer properties, and appetite suppressant.
Oh, I like the sounds of that.
Yeah.
So speak to your bud genius and you guys can find that patient the perfect strain for them.
That's right, and I'll at least help you out, try to point you in the right direction.
Talk to your bud genius about Humulene, and maybe you'll even get to speak to Basil as well. And that's Terp Talk for today. We spoke about Humulene. Stick around for upcoming shows for more Terp Talk. As you may have seen in a previous episode, we were up in Edmonton at HempFest speaking with Tommy Chong. Well, here's the second part of that interview. Speaking with Tommy Chong, we are up at the HempFest Expo in Edmonton. Your website, chongschoice.us. Tell us a little bit about that.
Chong's Choice.
Oh, look at that. It's on the t-shirt.
Chong's Choice is more of a philosophy than it is a real business. Although we do sell the best.
Yeah.
Because we've learned over the years that if you're going to be the best, you got to smoke the best.
So you give tips and stuff on there?
Yeah, what we do, we contact the best growers and we hook them up with the best dispensaries. And so, like just in, I guess it was Vegas, the Bee Gees were performing, the one Bee Gee.
Yeah.
And he was,
the main one.
It was in California, it was in Los Angeles. He loved Chong's Choice so much, he went back the next day. He bought $5,000 worth the first time and went back and bought another $5,000.
So really in the States, a dispensary is kind of like a store and you pick like your favorite one. There's good and bad ones, I take it? And
well, that's where it's civilization, you know. In civilized places of the world, we sell pot in stores.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
not
cool.
in the alley.
Yeah, well, we can get it medicinally up here at least, you know, it's over there.
Well, I love the medicinal approach.
The aspect's pretty amazing, isn't it?
You know, my philosophy is that all cannabis use is medicinal.
Yeah.
Whether you want it to be or not, but it is.
It's got so many terpenes and different things.
Well, because it's healthy.
Yeah.
And anything healthy should be called medicinal. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's healthy for you.
You love your social media. Hey Tommy Chong on Instagram, at Tommy Chong Twitter, and you know, you're an activist, you're in movies and such. How do you like to use social media to get out and speak to us fans?
It's very tricky. Social media can be very tricky because you can really expose a side of you that you know, that people, well, like Donald Trump, for instance.
Yeah,
But
you get nervous talking about Donald Trump at all? Like from what happened before, like when you did your jail term and stuff?
Trump's in.
Yeah.
Trump is the Republicans' karma.
It's good for writing comedy, right?
Oh, isn't it the best? And you know what it was, Trump's election was the worst for? You know who suffered the most?
Who suffered the most?
Gun shops.
Gun shops?
Gun shops. Gun sales, when Trump was elected, gun sales went down.
Well, why is that then? I thought
because they weren't afraid that Hillary was going to come and take their guns.
Oh, right.
You see?
Well, maybe people already had all their guns.
Well, that's what I mean. With Trump in there, we don't need to worry.
Yeah.
And so gun sales went down. A lot of good things happened when Trump got in.
And it kind of brings the cream to the crop of who these people are.
Well, what he's doing, he's vetting the American system of democracy.
Yeah.
Like he's putting it to the test. And so rather than it's a theory.
Yeah.
Now Trump is making America prove that there is freedom of religion.
Yeah.
You know, there is freedom of speech. That we do have these freedom of the press. You know, and he's making everybody prove it.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah,
That's
awesome. Shelby Chong, your wife, she's on Twitter too. She follows me back. You don't. Really?
Well,
just kidding. Just fucking.
She's more friendlier than I am.
We are wrapping up here. Now, this is really cool. And sorry, I'm going to read this. This is something that you put on Twitter about 5-6 weeks ago. And it says, I believe that marijuana is nature's way of communicating with humans. We must listen to what it is telling us. Can you elaborate on that? It's such a nice statement, you know.
It's so true, isn't it?
Yeah.
When I smoke up, I get these epiphanies. And I write them down. I used to just write them in a book, but now I write them on Twitter.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's what it is. See, marijuana affects the brain.
Yeah.
It goes right to the brain. The receptors, all that.
Yeah.
Right to the brain. And it enhances what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Or what mood you're in.
Yeah.
You know, it enhances it. So if you're an
asshole.
Say if you're a bank, if you're a bank robber, all of a sudden you can see how you're going to do the bank robbery much clearer. You know what I mean?
Right. It's not where I wanted to go.
It helps you focus.
Yeah.
See, it makes you focus.
It's very spiritual what you're doing, and with that whole. What's next for Tommy Chong? In 2017, let's say. What's coming up?
Knighthood, maybe.
Yeah, why not, right?
Sir Thomas.
Or Order of Canada. That'd be nice.
I like that. Yeah. Get the
you haven't got it yet, the Order of Canada? No? Trudeau hasn't given you the Order of Canada, or no?
Trudeau, I don't know. He has to get his French together. He's trying hard though.
Tommy
No,
Chong.
I like Trudeau.
Yeah, good. No, a lot of
I
us
like
do.
Trump. I like everybody, man. I'm a pothead.
And we learn from everyone too, right? Tommy Chong, thank you so much for taking the time with us with Natural Health Services. Hey Tommy Chong Instagram, @Tommy Chong is Twitter. You got chongschoice.us, and of course you can follow Natural Health Services @NatHealthServe on Twitter, naturalhealthservices.ca. Tommy Chong, on behalf of Natural Health Services, thank you so much for coming up here.
Thank you. I didn't hear a word you said, but thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, it was a big thank you. Thank you. You can ask us anything. This gives you an opportunity to ask our bud geniuses like Basil and Hart questions that you may have. Today's question comes from Sabrina, and she goes, I just watched a show where you talked about how you can use the cannabis from your vaporizer. How do I use it? Can you show us how? And does it taste bad?
Yeah, all right, so how you're gonna use it. Essentially, what's gonna happen is this is a portable vaporizer. What happens is you load the cannabis, fresh cannabis, into the top, and you turn it on, and you're gonna use it probably a good 3 to 6 times. So you're gonna pull on it 3 to 6 times, and once that's done, the medicine is probably gonna be already used, the one that you've got in here. So what you're gonna do is take that and you're gonna empty it out and you're gonna save it. And it's gonna, I got Basil over here, he's gonna show you a little bit about the difference in looks.
Right, so here we have our unvaped bud. This is, still retains its nice green color. Once we get to already vaped bud, we're looking more like a cigarette tobacco type brown. It looks toasted, and it looks like it's spent.
And you can still reuse that stuff, correct?
Right, so there are plenty of cannabinoids left in that already vaped bud. You can take that, you can make an oil out of it, you can extract it into an oil, extract it into an alcohol for a tincture. The easiest way to do that is to pick yourself up a magic butter machine. You throw your already vaped bud in there, you throw your medium in there, maybe a little soy lecithin, and you're good to go.
What about using that in the vaporizer?
Probably not so much. You've basically exhausted the majority of the cannabinoids you're going to be able to get out of that vaporizer.
Sabrina would also like to know what's the taste like.
Yeah, well, it's kind of subjective. Some people claim it has like a nuttiness, a roastedness. You can, some people do sprinkle it on yogurt and eat it, but
I don't know if I'd eat it.
Give it a shot. You might like it. You might not.
Bowl of cereal. Thanks, guys. You can ask us anything. If you got a question for our bud geniuses, you can email us or you can tweet it @NatHealthServe.